We're learning tomorrow Devorah now, Leilu Nishmas Isha Chashuva Zahava Bas David Alevi. And we're in the second midah called Nושא, עוון. Nושא, עוון, Hashem bears, Hashem carries the sin with him, so to speak. And the question is, what does it mean? We already spoke previously about Hashem tolerating and actually supporting the person while he sins. And here there's an even higher level of a similar idea. It's more than the previous midah. It's even greater than the previous midah. When a person sins, when a person makes an avera, it creates actually a bad kind of creature, bad energy called a mashchis, a destroyer, something destructive, a destructive creature. It says Mishnah Avos, a person who was over one avera, one sin, creates a category, creates like a prosecutor against him. It's not just that there's like a bad angel that talks against him. It's actually bad energy that was created in the world. The category stands in front of Hashem and says, look, so-and-so, he created me. I am the child, so to speak. I'm the creature of so-and-so who just spoke Lashon Hara, just got angry, who just was, I don't know, whichever is news. No creature in the world, upper, lower, anywhere in between, no angel, no mazik, none of them can exist without Hashem's shefa, Hashem's energy and abundance. That mashchis stands in front of Hashem. How come he's alive? Who sustains that creature? Hadin noisen, if Hashem would go with Midas Hadin exclusively, Shema Kadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem ki'ilu could have said, I don't support bad boys. I don't support. It's not even a Jewish person. It's not somebody Hashem's supposed to have Rahmanus. Hashem, why should Hashem support a creature made by another person? That creature should go back to the one who created him. The bad boy downstairs who just now spoke Lashon Hara, who just now watched an inappropriate movie, who just this and that, he should actually go and he should support that bad creature. That's not a joke. You know what would have happened if that would have been the case? Let's say that bad malach, that bad mashchis would have been sustained by his creator, who is Mr. Choite, the sinner. He would have gone down, he would have killed that person instead of the punishment. He would have taken the energy from him. In other words, I am not God. I can't sustain people with energy. The energy of my life would have been passed over to that creature. Or you would have, the parish here says, doesn't mean chorus, but chorus would have somehow sever his spirituality to a certain level, like a mini chorus, even if you don't deserve chorus, or whichever onish he deserves. In other words, you sustain that bad mashchis, in other words, or you deal with it by eliminating the bad mashchis by getting the punishment. Let's say the punishment on whatever, on Chilo Shabbos, guy smokes a cigarette and he knows it's also on Shabbos. The Yisrael's Kor says, "V'mezid skila," you should die right away, and that would sustain the mashchis, meaning the mashchis would have gone along. That's it, done. We're over. Achis batel mashchisahu, until the mashchis would be misbatel. Yeah, in other words, the mashchis, I don't like the mashchis to be in the world. The person would die or be punished, and that punishment would be mivatel the mashchis. That's what should have done. A person smoking a cigarette in half a second die because he's poof with the cigarette, because the mashchis is now taking his energy. The mashchis took the energy, and that's it. Hashem doesn't do that. He's nושא וסובל העוון, he carries, he tolerates the sin with him. Just like he sustains the entire world, he does support that mashchis, that bad creature also. And by the way, there's a very, very...
It can go away, that angel, if he does the...
I want to make a Ara Yeroch of Dalid, but maybe only tomorrow we'll get to it. What happens, that doesn't happen forever. The Horuch of Dalit says something which may sound very out of line, but he says a very interesting mahalach here, that bad energy in the world, no. Listen to what he compares it to something very interesting. A person is Tzelem Elokim. What does it mean Tzelem Elokim? Hashem is no shape. We explained the first time that the way our body functions is parallel to the way that all the worlds, upper and lower, function together. A person is like a microcosm of the world, which means the whole world is Hashem. Everything around us is derivatives of Hashem. He says, when we eat, maybe I have to now cough politely, what happens when you eat? What I eat, something happens, there's dirt that stays in the body. When people ate kodshim, when people ate the man in the midbar, they did not have to go to toilet because the dirt we have in our body and can only stay there temporarily is equivalent to the bad energy that we create in the world. Because everything Gashmi has the chet of Nochosh HaKadmoini, Adam, Chava, the Adama was cursed because of them. We have this earthliness, even the most fine, refined, amazing food, healthy from all the health of food and all the
regular sushi,
whatever, even that has some dirt in it because it's Olam Hazeh. Our Averas is the bad energy that we have, and we tolerate it in our stomach, and then it has to go. That is equivalent to Averas. We'll elaborate more tomorrow. Very interesting. Whole Malach says over there. And he says, that's why it says about the Avodah Zarah, it says Avodah Zarah, Lo yechlu malet masa. The Avodah Zarah falls because it's full of excrement. And the question is, it's brought down in Megillah, a pasuk from Yeshaya, is an Navi making chas v'shalom bathroom humor? You can make fun of Avodah Zarah, but why saying Avodah Zarah is so full of excrement of tsar that it falls apart? What kind of joke is that? Not only that, it says about Kosh Baruch Hu also the word malet, lo yuchal malet lahamlit, like to let it go. That's what he explains. The Avodah Zarah is so full of tuma, even though Avodah Zarah has negative energy, that negative energy cannot tolerate more negativity. It falls apart. It's like a person has constipation or something and he really, really, really can't go. The person would, I think, eventually die, let's say, theoretically, if there's no way to get out the dirt, right? Let's say, no way, not the hospital, the person would die. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has the way to kivyachol in our world to tolerate the bed, and eventually the bed goes. But meanwhile, it's tolerated. You don't have to go to the toilet every second. The bed is sort of kept in their stomach, just like the Averis temporarily stay in the world. Temporarily. Eventually, you go to a room and you say, Asher Yotzar. As you said, very good. And then, one of three things eventually happen. And he may have to do sigufim. He may have to really suffer willingly sometimes. He may have to suffer all kinds of self-torture. I'm not recommending this lamaisa, but sometimes Rabbi Tzion Abba Shaul said that his own suffering, he suffered terribly, was for the door, and he's accepting up. He said it to me. He's accepting upon himself the isurim of the door, the avonus of the door. Many gdolim are sick because they say we're taking upon ourselves other people of ours as well. I'm not saying halacha l'maisa. Or Hashem, without the person doing tshuva, which is said, Hashem will demand it and he will annul that bad energy, that soya, by taking his life sometimes after Yisurim. Or you deal with it upstairs or downstairs in the Gehenim and do your debt and pay your debt, meaning you get rid of the bad energy in Gehenim, and then you go to Gan Eden. You go to toilet. That's Gehenim. You get rid of all the bad stuff. You go to the dry cleaner, the whitewash, which is not pleasant, but that's what it is. Now in this Kain very well. Is my avon? He was the first murderer, and still asking, is my sin too great to bear, to tolerate? You sustain everyone. Can't you tolerate and sustain my sin until I come around, until I do tshuva? Because God did do tshuva. Hashem, please sustain my sins until I come back and I fix it, until I correct it. He concludes now, this is unbelievable, tremendous midah of tolerance. Hashem is mefarnes the bad stuff. By the way, until the person does tshuva. By the way, Rav Goldberg brings down over here that unbelievable, the Bnei Yisrael in the time of the Egel, the sin of the Egel, they took the man that Hashem gave them, which is miraculous, amazing, good, and supernatural, and they knew it, and they served it to the Egel. Wow. And Hashem was still, he punished them later, but he didn't punish them right away. He didn't make them paralyzed right away from this, Yilmad Adam, only 3 more lines to get to what does that have to do with us. A person should learn how much we have to be tolerant to other people. Lisbol avel chaveroi. I don't think it's all. I think it's avel, the injustice of his friend. The ois of shera, even the bad stuff other people do to you, tolerate them, accept them. Ad shiur kazet, to that extent, shadan also kem shechot negdo. He's still sinning against him. V'yisbol ad yitaken chavero. Keep tolerate him, contain him until eventually he fixes, he gets himself corrected. Or until you hope he moves house or he moves to a different world. He brings down unbelievable, very nice picture of Goldberg, of Gordon, the founder of Tel Yeshiva. There was like another yeshiva, another group that were against him and it really worked terribly against him. They were against learning Musar and he was yes for learning Musar. And he still sustained them with money. The other yeshiva that was like rebelling against him and talking against him because they were still learning Torah, he supported them. As they were working against him still. That darga, something to be shoyef to this darga. May we only know Simcha v'atzlocha. And again, this should be L'nishmas of the Avabas. David Alevi, thank you very much.
This is, you said it before.